So the first thing you need to do is verify if you can slide a screen behind your box or not, like I did. If you can't, there's no point in measuring the width, height, or depth, or buying the screen. You'd be better off putting EMF blocking paint on the inside or lead paint to stop the radiation. Now you need to figure how much coaxial cable you need to reach your antenna. I assumed 50 foot would be adequate due to a 2-story building and all the serpentining needed, and here's the slack that's left over. Most of my stuff was purchased on Amazon. I got my copper screen mesh, I got my grounding rods, it's 4 foot long, I got my wire lugs, and my grounding plates. I only used 2 of the 4. The next thing you can see, I bought my 50 foot of coaxial cable and a coaxial cable splitter. You don't need this. I didn't want to cut my coaxial cable, so I used the splitter, and that's what I spliced. The next thing is the Smart Meter Cloak. It's made by Mission Darkness, and it is a 2nd generation cloak. It has some great features on it. I ended up actually removing the front plate of it and cutting a small hole for the meter reader to be able to access the digital display easier. Next, you need a antenna. Now, an antenna is not really as important as what actually gathers the energy, which are really fine points. If you look on my setup, I actually sprayed out some cable, and that's what collects the energy. Some people use needles, some people use razor blades. It's really up to you. The next thing you need is about 6 to 10 foot of a good thick wire, and that's what I made all my connections with. You need a base to mount your antenna on. I had an old dish that wasn't being used. I was going to mount it to the front eave if I didn't have anywhere else to put it. Now you need a junction box from Amazon. I got a junction box cover from Amazon. And you can also buy the LEDs that are needed from Amazon. Inside of the box is where the LEDs go. I used 3 of them, and here's a close-up of the grounding plates. I put 3 holes in them and shrunk wrapped all the heat sink on the connections for a good fit.